Converse of the isosceles triangle theorem corollary. If a triangle is equiangular, then it is equilateral. Why? Well, remember, now we're talking about the converse of the isosceles triangle theorem, corollary, so it's derived from that theorem. So the converse of the isosceles triangle theorem said if I have two base angles that are congruent to each other, then the sides opposite those angles are congruent. So that leads us to this situation. So if my triangle is equiangular, notice all of my angles are congruent to each other. Well, if we start here with what appears to be our base angles, B and C, if those are congruent to each other, then the sides opposite those angles are congruent to each other, and we can continue that around our triangle. So now let's say that angle B and angle A are congruent to each other. Then the sides opposite those angles, so this side and side AC would be congruent to each other. And if you continue that, and if you said angle A is congruent to angle C, and those sides opposite those angles are congruent to each other, notice by the transitive property, then you end up with all of the sides being congruent, and therefore it is also equilateral.